February 4th, 2026. I can't believe it's February. That is crazy. This is just nuts. Okay, but we made it through January and it was an awesome month, I gotta say. Okay, so tonight is going to be kind of about developing systems and routines. And some of this we've kind of already talked about, but I feel like hearing it more than once, hearing it in a different way is still good and useful. So we talk about this a lot, but remember that we want to always remember that conversations is what creates income. So you can post all that you want, but until you're actually having conversations, you're not going to see your business moving. And we want to remember, like, posting is more like your marketing tool, but messaging is where the business happens, right? So all sales, all recruiting, all referrals are going to start with conversations. So, and I like to stress this because I think that this is actually one of the hardest parts. It can make people feel uncomfortable, not sure what to say, scared to reach out, worrying about your own mindset, worrying about being spammy, worrying that you're bothering people. So I think that it's important that you just start practicing it. And as time goes on, you end up getting more and more confident and feel better and better about it. Let me let somebody in here. All right. Hi, Abby. Okay. So daily goal. Okay. I'm going to talk today about like daily goals and daily things that we could be doing. And honestly, though, I'm the type of person, sometimes I go a day without doing these things, but then I'll catch up the next day. I try as hard as I can to be like consistent, but we're all people and busy, and sometimes we're exhausted and you don't have it in you. But you have to make sure you put it on your to-do list that you're going to like double it tomorrow, right? Don't just keep forgetting it and keep pushing it off. Trying to have consistency in what you do is important. So let's start out with just some conversation scripts for like getting started messaging with people. So I like to message people that watch my stories. And I've gotten a ton of good results by doing this. And it's just as simple as saying like, hey girl, thanks for watching my stories. How have you been lately? I love connecting with people who enjoy beauty as much as I do. How have you been? So notice I'm not like even bringing up my business like directly, but I am mentioning it. And if it comes up in the conversation, then I'm going to talk about it. But a lot of times when we send messages, it's important you're also messaging about other things and getting into other people's stories and messaging them too. Scrolling through stories is a great way to connect with people and message them because you can see what they got going on, in their life. So it's a great way to just be like, oh my gosh, I love that story, or that made me laugh, or whatever, Then another example, and I have notes that I'm going through with you guys too, of course. Just like a product curiosity opener. So this one's more focused on the business. So here's the script. Random question. Are you more of a salon nail girl or searching for your holy grail? Or however you want to word it, like word it to be you. Or if it's pharmacy, it could be something like random question. Are you happy with your current skincare routine? Right? Or random question. Do you feel energized throughout your day? Like I would focus it on kind of like your favorite products, but you kind of starting it as like random question makes it feel a little bit just like maybe not so spammy or whatever. It might make you feel a little more comfortable and make them feel a little more comfortable too. And I just like to keep it short and sweet. And then let's not forget to be reaching out about the opportunity. This is where your business really grows. When you're bringing people on your team, So like one thing I like to think about is sales is like a short-term benefit, but having people join your team is where long-term residual income comes from. So here's an example for an opportunity reach out. I've been watching you and I love fill in the blanks. Why did you think about reaching out to them? And just be genuine, but don't run on and on. It should just be like one sentence. And then say, I don't know if you've ever thought about doing something like I do, but I love helping women bring in extra income or extra fun money. Would you ever want info? Just check it in, see what they think, you know? So just remember, we're not pitching anything. We're opening doors. We're planting seeds. The moment you feel like you're starting to talk somebody into something, I would take a step back and try to think of a good question you could ask them. Getting them engaged in the conversation is important. You guys know I love questions. So as soon as you feel like, oh, I'm pitching, take a step back. Maybe they didn't want all that info, like ask them a question that you have information for, whether that's something like, well, if nothing changes in the next 6 months, what's your life going to be like? Or, imagine what your skin's going to look like in 6 months of a great routine. How would that make you feel? Or anything along those lines. And if you like struggle, I would say, and you're like you got a conversation going, you're not sure what to say next, you could use Chat DTP. You could reach out to me. Our pharmacy team now has that DM Genius chat. That. Yeah. Such a great tool. So definitely be using those resources, but I'm always here too. Like if you're just like, I don't know what to say next, just send me a screenshot. I'll help you out. I did not naturally know how to talk to people when I first started direct sales. Like I had to learn it and practice it. And that only happens when you're doing it consistently. And a lot of people will send me messages like from the team. Not a lot of people, but sometimes I'll get messages from the team and somebody be like, well, I'm posting, but nobody's buying anything or nobody's joining my team or whatever. And it's like, well, how many people have you messaged in the last week? It's important that you're taking that next step, whether it's somebody that watched your stories, somebody that you see stuff that they post that aligns with our company. Maybe they're just super social. Maybe you see they're always have their makeup done and everything looks perfect. Like those are great people to just reach out to. So it doesn't have to only be people that are watching your stuff, but also something that I learned from Brittany that I love doing is sending birthday messages and just saying, and not just like posting on their wall, but send a message and say, hey girl, happy birthday. What was your favorite memory from the last year? And the reason I love that is I'm actually learning a lot about people that maybe I don't see normally. And then I can write down to come back to them later. Like if they said something that I think aligns with like a product I have or the business, I'll remember to reach back to them. If it happens naturally in the conversation, then I definitely will bring it up then. But also the other thing about that is when you do message people, Facebook likes that. And we know this, right? That it's going to start showing them more of your posts. So keep in mind, like just sending messages about life, their birthday, whatever is good too. And then also, when you do feel ready to reach out to them about your business, whether it's joining or shopping, you won't feel quite so spammy because you just had a conversation with them, a month ago, a couple of weeks ago, maybe a couple months ago. Would be way better than if out of the blue, you haven't talked to them for 5 years and you're like, hey girl, I got this skincare I think that you would love. Okay. So next topic we're going to talk about is customer experience and retention, meaning helping them feel like seen and valued and retaining them so they keep coming back to you. The easiest sale you're ever going to make is somebody who already trusts you and somebody that already shopped with you. So we want to make sure we're loving on those people so that you get the repeat buyers, the referrals, the future teammates. Like Abby on our call right now, I met Abby like years ago. And then she just finally was like, hey, I think I actually want to join your team. So like just continuing to post, being consistent, being active, trying to connect with people you can. You never know when that's going to come back and like help your business, right? So and it's all just about consistency. It might not happen today, it might not happen this week, this month, maybe not 2 months, maybe a year, honestly. But if you keep track of like the people that you're talking to, and that's important, keep track of the people you're talking to. Every time I talk to somebody, I write it down. I have a little list in my phone so I can kind of keep coming back to that. And I wish I had started doing this years ago, but I just started it like this last year. And it's so helpful to me. And I mean, if you haven't been keeping track of that, you can always just start a list. It's not too late. Just start a list, and it'll keep growing and growing. And I do have like people, I always kept track of anybody I talked to about the business, but I wasn't keeping track of people that I was just talking to about products. And so I do have people that I talked to 2 years ago. Sometimes I'll open up, I used to write it on paper. I'll open it up and check back in with them. And then they're like, oh yeah, I'm so glad you reached out because actually I am looking for something, So here's a daily goal. Follow up with 3 customers a day. Or if you're brand new, it might only be like a week, and that's okay. But we do want to make sure we're following up with people that have shopped with us or shown interest even. Maybe they were close to shopping, but they didn't pull the trigger. Also, I'll say one thing that I hear a lot from people is like, I wish I could shop right now, but I just can't. I don't have the money, but I wish that I could. I'm always like, hey, let's talk about joining my team then, because I want to help you have extra money. I want to help you not be stressed out about being paycheck to paycheck. So don't hesitate when somebody does say they don't have money right now to take that directly into talking about the opportunity. Okay, so here's some examples of ways you could check in with people that are already shopping with you. Doing a delivery check, right? So you could put reminders in your phone after people order and just check in like, hey, I just want to check in, make sure your goodies arrived. I think I'm just as excited as you are. I can't wait to hear what you think, and depending on the products that they ordered, you're going to want to also remember to follow back up. Like say if it's with pharmacy and it's like skincare or wellness or hair care, you want to definitely follow back after a month and be like, hey, you've been using it for a month now. So I just wanted to check in and see how your results are going, If it's nails with Cleo, 100% we need to be checking in with them because there's a lot of troubleshooting problems that can happen with the nails. So we want to make sure they're not having any problems that we could help solve for them. And sometimes people are just afraid to be like, yeah, these nails popped off. They didn't work for me. And they don't want to hurt your feelings. So they won't tell you unless you outright ask them, how did everything go? But also, when we're checking in with them and we're like asking them how things are going and all of that, then the next step is ask them for a referral. Hey, do you have any friends that you think would love this product? Because I love spoiling my customers with referral credits. So I like to offer referral credits, especially because not as many people are partying nowadays. So we want to be getting referrals. So when somebody says, yeah, I love it, I can't believe how much I love it, ask them, would you be willing to make a post on your Facebook or your Instagram, whatever, and tag me? Because I would love to help your friends have that same happiness, from these products. And that goes a long way, word of mouth. When somebody else is posting about it and you're not the one posting about it all the time, that goes a really long way. And I know one of the last I don't know, a month ago or something, we had a training about making the scrolling links. I would say if you have not done that yet, that needs to go on your to-do list, because having that scrolling link, and if you're not sure what I'm talking about, go back and check the old trainings, or I can send it to you. But the scrolling link is awesome because you can reuse it over and over again. You can post it in comments when people post their referrals. And it's an easy way to let people learn about what we have to offer without overwhelming them, because some people get overwhelmed when they get on a website and they're just like, I don't even know. I don't know what I need. I don't know where to start. But we do have some technology tools that are super awesome now with both Clio and Pharmacy. So with Clio, if you haven't seen it, we have a new virtual try-on. Have you guys seen that? So that is so awesome for people. We also have the nail quiz. So I'm going to definitely be directing people to the virtual try-on, but I always try to direct people to doing my nail quiz, because in order to do that nail quiz, they have to sign up and make a customer account, and then they're on my email list, right? With Pharmacy, we have the makeup try-on, and we also have the skincare recommendation. So like getting people to those tools, use those tools to your benefit. Okay. Okay. So part 3 is all about getting people connected into a community. And hosting, if you want to have people host, and referrals. Hi, Lori. Okay. So your business is going to grow faster when you are able to meet new customers, right? If you're not meeting new customers, your business is going to do like this, flat, 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 fall off the ledge. I hate to say it, but that's just the truth. You have to be meeting new people. So let's talk about things that you can do to do that. Both with Pharmacy and Clio, you don't even have to have your own VIP group if you don't want to. We have team groups that you could invite people to. So when I send out the notes, I have links to both of these groups. For Pharmacy, we have the Glow Up Gang. So I'm getting in the habit of every time I get a new customer, I'm asking them if I can invite them to the Glow Up Gang, because they're going to see products that I might not be using, but they might be interested in. They're going to see tons of customer testimonials and be more likely to be engaged and get more curious. You can also ask people who are like repeat shoppers, like, hey, what friends do you have that would love these products? Because I would love to send them to the Glow Up Gang too, right? And give them a little script that they can send out. Maybe offer them like a free face mask if they send 5 people who joined the Glow Up group. But we do have to make sure we're coaching people. Nobody likes just getting that invite button invite to a group. They need a message. So we have to coach people on, this is what you're going to say. Just copy and paste this into a message to invite them to the group. And let me know when you have 5 that joined, right? For Clio, we have the Where Beauty Meets Community group. So kind of the same thing. It's customers posting nail fees and showing all different styles, maybe styles you didn't think to show, right? Because we all have our own style, and sometimes it's good letting them see other things. And same thing like with the Pharmacy group, you can encourage people to invite their friends to that too. So it's not only about getting your own customers in there, but who else do they know that they could invite as well? If you are interested in hosting, it's as easy as saying something like, hey, if I offered you a freebie like a free face mask or free nails or whatever it is that you want to offer as a freebie, for just sharing a simple scroll party link, would you be open to it? So I think that that's great instead of like a whole group, because honestly, that's a lot of work. So I think it's good to have like a launch party type of thing, but I feel like it's not as popular anymore with hosts hosting their own group party. So having a scrolling party link, or doing a host a party, which is where the host posts on their Facebook and you add product info in the comments. So it's kind of like posts that go in the comments about the products. Or group text party, I think, is more popular because it's done and over in like 20 or 30 minutes. People can check back anytime, right? But you can do groups if you want. I'm feeling myself moving away from groups and trying to find other ways to get referrals through these, what I think are easier methods. And I actually just started with Cleo doing Zoom Manny nights, which has been super fun. I could probably do something like that with pharmacy too, like a Zoom skincare night, or Zoom makeup party or whatever. But the nice thing about those is they're fast and they're over quick, right? And it doesn't take a whole lot of work once you have like your routine down. And maybe I'll write it down. Maybe next week we could talk more about these methods if you guys are interested in like this type of thing. Yeah. Okay. I'm going to write it down. Because I think that could be fun. So like Zoom party or scrolling party, like actual specifics on how to run that stuff. Okay. Okay. And don't wait for that training though, by the way. Just start trying to get people to agree to do it, and I'm gonna help you. So don't wait till you feel like you're ready. We're gonna do it together. Okay. So inviting people to the group, the Cleo group or the pharmacy one. If you have your own VIP, you could be inviting new people and just saying something like, hey, I have a VIP group. I share deals, tips, giveaways, and new releases. Do you want in? Right? If you don't have your own VIP group, or maybe you just don't want to work at it that much, you can invite them instead to the pharmacy glow up gang or the Cleo Color Where Community Meets Beauty group. And you could just say something like, hey, my team has an awesome customer group. I would love to invite you so you can see great tips, testimonials, and stay up to date on new products. Can I send you the invite? You could even do something too where you're like, I'm having a little challenge. I'm trying to get 20 people to join this group. So if everybody that joins the group, they're going to get entered to win, right? And we can't tell specifics about giveaways publicly. Like if you're going to post on your main page, like you can't say, I'm giving away, Beauty Booster Collagen or free set of nails. We're not supposed to say what it is, but you can say, I'm doing a giveaway, right? Publicly. And I'm challenging myself to get 20 people into this group, and then I'm going to do this giveaway. And then we talked about referrals, so I won't say that one again. Okay. So part 4 that I want to talk about is visibility and attraction marketing. Content keeps you visible, but consistency builds trust. I've had so many people that join my team that are like, you know what? I keep seeing you working your business, and you keep showing up in my feed, and I need to know more. So just keep in mind, like, if you're not seeing results right away, keep with it. And if you follow the tips that I'm sharing with you guys, and you not only come to the trainings, but do the stuff, right? So daily goals, okay? Things that we want to try to be doing daily or at least on a consistent basis. Whatever works for you. I don't believe in overwhelming people or making them feel like they're working and not getting anything out of it. Like, I want people to feel good about what they're doing. So I think what works for you, but be consistent about it. So when I say daily, I don't want anybody to feel pressured, but do know that the more that you do, the more you're going to grow. Okay, so post at least one thing daily on your Facebook, Instagram, whatever you use the most. So rotate through different types of content though. So videos, reels, lives, just picture posts. Try to change it up a little bit because different people are into seeing different things. So you want to be able to reach a lot of different types of people. But also changing the things that you're posting. So you could post things about products that you love and why you love them. You could post your personal story and personal testimonial about what the product did for you, a before and after. Or it could just be about your personal life, a personal story, something that was funny. It doesn't always have to be about the business, right? Something that shows your lifestyle, your personality. Showing customer results is awesome. And even if you steal testimonials from other people and other groups, that's awesome. If you get a testimonial from a customer, say, hey, I would love to share this. Can I share this? So getting them to post is good and awesome, but also like taking a little screenshot sometimes of what they sent you is good too. So doing both, I think is good and important. And I keep like a folder of stuff like that so I can just share it whenever I want. I might not share it that day. I might share it 2 months down the road, you know? Education about a product, how to use it, what the ingredients are that make it good, why is it different than other things. Like before I started a skincare routine, I didn't know how to do my skin, you know? And so just even showing the order that you put your products on, right? When to use certain products, how to put on the nails, how to take them off, hydrating your cuticles, like just trying to think about different ways you can educate people on the products and give them tips. And then of course, don't forget about opportunity posts, showing our team culture, what's going on in our team, showing our team wins, all of those things. And again, like I always say, try to add your face to it. Anything that you post, I try really hard to never like just post a company graphic, whether I add my face on it or whatever. And we talked about that last week. But try as much as you can to include your own face when you can, at least on a semi-regular basis, right? It doesn't have to be your face all the time. Show other people too. Show other people's testimonials. Because we want to remember that we're trying to talk to one person with one problem and we have the solution, right? And so we start with a story, we show the value, and that's going to lead to an invitation into shopping or joining our business. Okay. Next part that we want to try to do daily is at least 10 minutes a day learning something. So it could be learning about a product, going on the website, reading about it, learning about why is it special anyways, you know? Maybe like say if you're doing the Clio, maybe it's like maybe you're only doing press-ons, so learn more about the LEDs, you know, do something to learn about the products themselves. Watch some sort of a training, whether it's a team training or a motivational training or whatever. It could be about watching somebody on Instagram give ideas for great hooks, right? So it doesn't always have to be like, watch this whole training. It could just be like 10 minutes scrolling Instagram for creators that are or people that are teaching creators how to create. I love those, by the way. Practicing your application, your technique, trying out new scripts, whether you're doing little recordings of yourself and then rewatching it and see what other people see or whatever, looking through your page, try to look at it through somebody else's eyes to see what they're seeing. That, in my mind, is learning too, because it's like you're grading yourself, right? And trying to see what other people see. So 10 minutes a day, learning something new. Next is trying to have at least 5 conversations a day if you can, whether that's birthday messages or popping in people's stories or whatever. But don't forget to keep track of who you talk to so you can think to come back to them again, especially if it went towards talking about the business or they said something that you think this is a good person who would love one of my products that I have, right? Do invitations to your VIP, the opportunity calls we have, an event, or one of those groups that we talked about. And like I said, 1 post a day. Okay, and I already said 10 minutes of learning. Okay. That's kind of all I got, but when I post the notes, I have homework on there for you guys. So 48-hour winner challenge. Actually, I'm giving more than 48 hours. I decided I'm going to give 1 week to do this challenge. And anybody that does it, I'm going to do a drawing for a little giveaway on our next Team Winners call. Okay. So, and I'm giving you a whole week for this stuff, right? And I know some of you guys are going to be like, boom, I got that done in 1 day. What next? Looking at you, Jennifer. I see that smile. But some people, you might want to wiggle into it, and that's okay too. So here's my challenge for you for the next week. Okay. And you're going to send screenshots as proof in our team chat. Okay. And every time that you do, I'm going to give you a point for the giveaway. Okay. And also that'll keep other people getting excited when they see what you're doing. They're going to get ideas too. Don't be afraid to look at what other people are doing. It is important though. Do not just like copy and paste what somebody else did. I actually just blocked somebody the other day, a sideline sister, because I was so upset because I took all this time to like make a post about a product that was like really important to me. And if it's you guys, I don't mind as much because I know you guys are learning and I want you to take ideas from me. But it was like a sideline sister. She's been in the business for a while. She should know how to like restructure it for herself. But it was just like a post that was even personal to me, and she copied and pasted. And I was so upset because then she asked the big like director chat to she put the link to the post. This is the only reason I even saw it. She put the link to the post and asked everybody to show love on it. And I was like, girl, that is my post word for word. That was about me. You don't work out. I know you don't work out. Like, anyways, so make sure you guys take other people's ideas, but make it your own. And it's going to be more genuine that way anyways. Okay. So here's the challenge: 10 conversations with new people. Okay. 6 customer follow-ups. If you're new and you don't have 6 customers yet, try to get at least 1 customer. Let's start with that. Okay. 4 hosting or opportunity invites. So inviting them to share your scrolling link, inviting them to post a referral. All of those count in my mind. So I'm going to change this to say actually host referral or opportunity invites. And at least 2 posts.
good posts. Okay. So that's my challenge. I think this is doable. Some people are going to do this all in one day. I know it. Okay. So post your guys's proof in the team chat. And here I'm going to run to the gym with my husband. We're going to have dinner. I'm going to try to remember to add the replay and the notes into the team group and team chat tonight. But I know last time I forgot and I woke up in the morning and I was like, ah. So don't hate me if I don't get to it to the morning. But I'll be posting it by the morning at the latest before I go to work. Okay? Sound good? Bye, guys. Let me know what questions you have or if you need any help along the way.